So in today's lecture we are going to discuss about SDLC. So this is a protocol related with the data link layer. So what it consists, let us see. So high level data link control, that is HDLC. So high level data link control. So you can see that this is HDLC. So the mnemonics comes to be SDLC is a bit oriented protocol for communication over point to point and multi-point links. So whatever may be the ARQ mechanism we have discussed previously, that is automatic repeat request, that is you might be remembering that simple stop and wait protocol. Then other protocol is go back N protocol. Then we have seen selective ARQ. So in that ARQ mechanisms we have already studied. Now in this section we are going to see what do you mean by SDLC and how SDLC is used with different configurations and different modes. So there are two modes available for HDLC. First mode is normal response mode. In normal response mode there are two conditions we are considering. First one is point to point and multi-point. So in normal response mode there is one primary station and remaining are secondary stations. So primary stations only send the command and the secondary will respond only. So there is a response from secondary and there is a command from primary. So this is called as a normal response mode. But if one-to-one communication is there, that is only one primary and one secondary is there, we will call it as a point-to-point communication. And if one primary and multiple secondary stations are there, then we will call it as a multi-point communication. So this kind of response is called as normal response mode, and this is unbalanced type of communication. Then next one is a synchronous balance mode, where the communication is in balanced type of communication. So this node A and node B, let us see that node A and node B, in previous case node A was a primary node, node B was a secondary node, but here in this case both the nodes are acting as a commanding as well as responding. That means both the nodes operates in a bidirectional communication mode. So here this terminal A will also give the command and it will also receive the response, or it will also give the response. Similarly, the terminal B is also giving the command and also providing the response to the command of A. So this is how a synchronous balance mode operates. So there are two operating modes in which SDLC can be operated. First one is normal response mode, so where only one-way communication is there, one at a time. And second one is asynchronous balance mode, where the communication mode is balance one and both operates in combined operation mode, that is a command as well as response mode. So SDLC defines three types of frames. SDLC, it is a protocol, so it has a certain format, and from that format we can identify that there are three types of frames. First frame is called as a high frame, and that high frame is nothing but information frame. Second one is S frame, that is supervisory frame, and the third frame is U frame, that is unnumbered frame. And the operation where these three frames are utilized, actually this is a theoretical type on which that triple P type of format has based. So this SDLC form the base for that triple P format, so we need to study this. So SDLC consists basically three frames. So these three frames serves as an envelope for the transmission for different types of messages. Now what these messages consist, or what the information is consist. So iframe are used to data link user data and control information related to user data. So whatever may be the piggybacking, we have seen that both the transmission as well as the response is offering. So that means you are putting a acknowledgement as well as the addressing mode in a single frame. Then we called that as a piggybacking type of technique. So in this technique, iframe is utilized where the user data and control information is enveloped together. Then the S frame is used only for to transport the control information, whereas U frame is are reserved for the system management, and the information carried by U is intended for managing the link itself. That means the information present in I and in the information present in U are totally different. So user data is present in I, whereas the information for required for managing the link is there in U format. Now how these frames looks like, let us see. So a frame it may consist up to 6 fields. So it consists flag field first, then address field, then control field, information field, a frame check, that is FCS field, and the last is again flag field. So in multiple frames where you are sending a multiple frames, then in that case the beginning flag and end flag are very important. So end flag will give the information that this is the end of the flag, and the next flag will be the start of the or the beginning of the next frame. So this is how the I, S and U frames look like. So we have considered the 6 frames. So it consists of flag first, then the address of the receiver, then the control information. So control information again we are going to discuss in detail afterwards. Then the user information. So this user information is nothing but the user data. Then this is the FCS and the flag. So this is the start flag or the beginning flag, and this is the end of the frame flag. So iframe consists these all the 6 information. Then S frame, which is a supervisory frame, which is generally used for only controlling purpose. It consists a flag, then address, control, FCS. Now here the information is missing and it consists only flag. So only control information is there. And the third information or the third frame is U frame. It also consists of flag, address, control. Now the information is management information. Here it is a user information and here it is a managed information. So that there is a difference, and the FCS and the flag. So in most of the cases this is the question asked in the question papers in most of the times. So you need to focus on such kind of HDL frames. Discuss the various SDLC frames. So let us discuss about what the flag and add various fields related to that frames means. So flag, it consists the synchronization pattern, because you need to understand which is the beginning and which is the end of the flag. So we have already discussed it in framing system, that the flag information is there, and that flag information consists the information of these 8 bits, 0, 6 ones and 0. So 0, 6 ones and 0 will indicate that this is the beginning and the end of the frame. Then the address information, this field contains the address of the secondary station. So if we are considering point to point communication or point to multi-point communication, or even if we consider the ABM type of system, then in that case the address of the secondary system, that means to whom you are sending the command, it is read. So if the primary station creates the frame, it contains a to address, and if the secondary station creates the frame, it contains from address. That means who is sending and to. Now you can consider that this is the primary station who creates the frame. So the address is to address. It is just like whenever I am sending a letter to someone, so on envelope I write address to, okay, and whenever a sender sends or the receiver sends the information, it sends the address from. Okay, this is the response from. So I'll come to know that okay, this is the response from so and so. So whenever the address information is considered, when the frame is generated by a primary station, it is to address, and whenever the secondary station creates the frame, it is from address. That means the information is of secondary. So the address field can be 1 byte or several byte long depending on the need of the network. So it may be 1 byte or several byte long. Then the control information. So the control information is of 1 byte or 2 byte for flow or error control. So the interpretation we are going to discuss after some time. Information field, it is the user data in case of I frame, and it is the management information in case of U frame. So this length can vary from one network to another network. And FCS, that is a frame check sequence, is used for SDLC error detection field. It consists 2 to 4 bytes of CRC. We have already considered the CRC type of information. So how the CRC is generated and how it is used for error detection method. So this FCS, that is a frame check sequence, is used for SDLC detection. Now there are different types of control fields that we are going to discuss. So initially we'll discuss about iframe. So whenever a control field is there, so we have seen that in SDLC format there is a control field. So that control field information is in this format. Okay, so that control field information is in this format. So I'll write it only continue. So when it starts with a 0 only, so this information, this gives the information that the control frame is of I frame. That means if the control field starts with a 0 only, it will give me the information that the frame is, or the control information is, control field is for I frame. Then after that, this is the sending sequence number. Then there is a 1 bit information that is for either P or F, and this is the response number you will be getting for acknowledgement. Okay, now these three numbers and these three numbers we have already discussed it in go back N or piggybacking type of system. Now what does this P and what does this F means? Let us understand. So if P and F, it serves the dual purpose. It is a single bit. When the bit is set to 1, it means either it is a pole or it is a final. So P means pole and F means final. When it means a pole, when it is sent for bit 1 and it is in pole format, then what the pole means? When the pole means when a frame is sent by a primary station to a secondary station. That is when the address field contains the address of receiver. And final means when the frame is sent by the secondary to primary. We have already discussed in previous case to and from. So the address bit contains to and from. So when it is to, it is pole. When it is from, it is final. So you will get the information with it whether it is a pole or whether it is a final. So when that bit is set, so you will come to know that what kind of address it is. So this is for I frame. Now we'll move for the second frame, that is S frame, which is a control frame, which is used for a controlling information. So S frame, the first two bits are 1 0. Now you can see the differences between these three frames of control bits. So the control bit I frame consists 0. For S frame it consists 1 0. Then the two codes are there. After that PF, that PF remains for all of the 3 frames as it is. Now this is the response for acknowledgement. So you will get a response number for acknowledgement, you will get acknowledgement number. Now this code is written. Now this code has certain meaning, so these 2 bits are discussing certain information. When it is 00, this code is 00, the information is that the receive is ready, that means the receiver is ready. So when the information is 00, it will give the information that receiver is ready to receive the information. When it is 10, the receiver is not ready, so it is as good as not acknowledgement type of system. So we have already studied this kind of information in go back n type of system. So it is not ready, so it will give you the information that when it is 10, it is not ready. When it is 01, it is as good as go back n type of, so it will reject, that means the frame has not received and it is rejected, so you will send the again. So it is just like a go back n type of system, so it will give you the reject type of information. So when the information here it is that the frame is rejected, and when 11 information is there, there is a selective reject, that means a particular frame has been rejected, and it is just like a selective ARQ type of system. So it will follow the selective ARQ with piggybacking. Okay, so this is how the system works for S frame. Now we are going to move to the third frame, that is a U frame. So you can see that here it is a control information. So this control information, we have already seen that S does not contain any information, it contains only control beta. Then U frame and I frame consists the information, but the information is totally different. Here in this case U frame, the information is management information. Okay, now we are going to see what the U frame means. Now the starting bits are 1 1, so whenever the control bit is there, so this information is there, I'm going to consider this information. When 1 1 is there, I will come to know that okay, this control format is for this U frame, control format is for U frame. Now there are 2 codes here, you can see that this is the 2 codes are there, before the PF and after the PF. So before PF 2-bit prefix is there, and after PF there is a 3-bit suffix is there. So that consists the information. So that consists the information, and what is that information, we are going to see it. Now here you can see that this information is 00, so this is the prefix code and this is the suffix code. So when this 00 is there and 001 is there, that is SNRM, that means set in normal response mode. We have already seen what do you mean by normal response mode and everything like that. Then this is 11 and 011, then set normal response mode extended. Then this is a command and this is the response you are getting. So you can see the command as well as response and what it means. So you can see that if this is 11 and 100, then set asynchronous balance mode, or the response is disconnect mode. So this is the response from the receiving end, disconnect. It may ask for the disconnect, or if it is a command, then the command is set the asynchronous mode. Then asynchronous balance extended mode, if you want to put it, you have to put the code like this. Then if it is totally 0, then it is unnumbered information. Okay, so the information, it does not carry any information. If it is 00110, then UA, unnumbered acknowledgement. So whenever there is an acknowledgement, it will acknowledge you that it is unnumbered. Then 00010, it is a disconnect or request disconnect from both the ends, that is from primary as well as secondary unit. Then when it is 1 0, then it will put it in SIM mode and RIM mode. So what are these commands we are going to see in just a few moments. I'll give you the brief introduction related to that transition modes. So this SIM and RIM, that means initialize the mode and request the information mode, in which mode it is, it will ask for that one. Then up numbered pole for the next. So you can see that there are various combinations of these 5 bits. 0 0, that means first 2 prefix and the 3 suffix. With that it has come up with a different command and response for a control field using for a U frame. So these are the commands and these are the responses when a certain code is used. So different codes we can use it. So let us see the example of this, how a U frame can be acknowledged or it can be used for the disconnection. Now you can see that for a connection establishment, the code will be like this. So the code will be like this. So flag, then the address of B, it is simply written B because it is the address of the B. Then code is 1111, so this is kept as it is, and 110, so it will set in a synchronous balance mode and management data and all the information is set, and it will set the information OK, unnumbered acknowledgement, and the connection is established. Then once the connection is established, this is the data is transferred, and once the data is transferred, after that there should be a command for disconnecting the connection. So the information now is changed. Here you can see that this is the 0 0, here it is 110, 100 and 010 informations are there. So this information is there and the response will be totally different. So the response will be 100 and here it is 00. So here you can see that this is the response and this is the acknowledgement from the end and the connection is released. So this is a simplest format of how the data is transferred. Now how the data is transferred using piggybacking type of go back n type of system. Here you can see that this is the control information 000. Now you can put iframe is there. For initially you are using iframe over here and S frames are utilized. So you can see that the information when it starts with a 0, it is a iframe control information. So it is a iframe. So you are sending the information. Here you are sending the first frame. You are sending, here it is a 0th frame. Here you are sending the first frame. Then it is an acknowledgement for second frame. So the second frame acknowledgement you will be getting. So similarly the data is received with the acknowledgement. You will be getting the acknowledgement receipt, and after that you are getting the RR type of format. What is that RR? We are going to see the command when we see the transition mode. Now this is piggybacking with error control. So here you can see the different control information. You will be sending the information with 00 and 0th frame will be transmitted, first frame will be transmitted, then second frame will be transmitted, and it is asking for the second frame. So this frame will get discarded, so it is the reject information, and similarly the information gets rejected, so it will send that your frame has been discarded. So the reject information will be, so the frame will be resent back and the frames are received accordingly. So this is a piggybacking type of information with the error we have seen. So with that